We should be live.
Last session, after making it through the sculpture garden, you continued on following the flying ice shard towards the mountain range, up and back down the other side. After Celestine cast a spell to comprehend the language of this being, she figured out that it wanted to take them to the last outsider that came to the island to the northwest. Some lady explorer that held a heavy rock ball. It led on, and eventually you came across first another garden of ice sculptures, as beautiful as the last, and then a garden of death. In comparison to the sculpture gardens, this garden had frozen corpses of all sorts of creatures. Velen looked into the eyes of one and exclaimed that she could see how he died. Looking in others, some had died of the cold, some by trolls or yeti, and some by a strange creature with cloven hooves for feet, but the head of an owl with horns protruding from its head. After battling an ice troll, you decided to head about an hour further north to make your 16 hours of traveling this day before finding a place to rest. Upon getting to the northwest, you were greeted by the corpse of a middle aged woman, half buried in snow, with her hand outstretched to the heavens. In this hand was a ball, or orb, made out of rock. A small white weasel eyed you cautiously as you approached. As you arrived near the weasel, a voice rang out stating that it was about time that you came along. The voice was not coming from the weasel, but from the Professor Orb in the hand of Nas Lantamir. As Celestine reached out and grabbed the orb, Nas's fingers grasped tightly as a ghost lurched forward, taking complete control of Celestine. The ghost of Nas, now inside Celestine, had a bit of an argument with the much older Velen Harple, mentioning that the only reason she had gotten into the Arcane Brotherhood was because of her family name. After a bit of back and forth, Celestine, aka Nas, said that she must get to the Codicil of White from within Grimskala. So, without setting up camp, y'all started heading back the way that you had just come. 3 hours later, approximately 3 a.m., with Claudette exhausted and her walking getting slower and slower, y'all decided to finally make camp for the night. Coincidentally, about the same time, the giant bird that you had seen multiple nights before was approaching the fortress that you were headed towards, Grimskala. Angajuk mentioned that the best time to explore would probably be when Oral and Harok are off the island to cast her nightly spell over the dale. It looked as though she was approaching the fortress just now, 3 a.m., after casting her spell. After a full rest, and some of the party, Claudette, feeling much better than before, you doubled down to get to that fortress in hopes to get the Codicil of White and possibly get your Celestine back. The talking icicle led you to the mountains, to a path up the mountain range towards the center of the island that you had missed when initially heading northwest. The steep path took longer to traverse in the foggy conditions, but you eventually made it to the giant doors. And by giant doors, I mean 25-foot high, 8-foot wide doors made for a giant. With a massive push, Illiken was able to get the main door open, one of the two. As you entered, you saw another pair of doors down the hallway. Tried as you might, you weren't able to push these doors open at that time. Uh, you headed down another hall and was able to get one of another set of doors open. and inside you saw an old, haggard giant sitting on a giant wooden chair. After brief discussion with Illiken, in the tongue of giants, he stood up, gripping his weapon hardly, finally resigning that he could fall in battle as any giant should. You all fought the giant gallantly, felling him in under 10 seconds, and opened his closet door and gaining his treasure that he had collected over the years. Um, I have not gotten the weights for the items yet. I'm still trying to figure that out, so I will figure that out eventually and get those to you. But you ended up with a total of 1,350 gold pieces, 4,400 silver pieces, 7,800 copper pieces. Soren, I've already added those to your sheet. Everybody else got that stuff last week. 4 gold rings sized for giants, a giant-sized shield made of white dragon scales, a 2-foot tall, 50-pound chipped statuette of Thrym made of ice, and a jug. And that is where we pick it up.
Can I break that dragon scale shield down into 4 pieces and throw it in my bag of holding?
It'll probably take time to do. It's a pretty solid shield. But
Does anyone mind hanging out until we do that? I mean, it's dragon scale.
Nope.
Dragon scale is always valuable. At least to me, anyway.
Technically, I wouldn't care if we took another rest.
Sky, that information that you gave me in the chat, did other people know that or just me?
Technically, Arden would have heard that as well because he knows giant. I didn't send that to him, but that would have been within your conversation with the giant previous to him gripping his weapon and moving to attack.
Okay, I let the others know. 1 second, everybody. Before you went to kill him, he was telling me about the Night Maiden, or the Frostmaiden. He told me that every night the Frostmaiden leaves the grim scale on the back of Iskra, her rock, to cast the spell that holds the next day's sun at bay. Otherwise, she resides upstairs. It would be safest to wait until she leaves to go further into the palace. The codicil of white is sealed in a vault downstairs on the dungeon level. Only one who passes Ariel's 4 tests of cruelty, endurance, isolation, and preservation, can open that vault.
Okay, looks like we need to go downstairs at some point.
A test of cruelty?
I just can't wait to take the test. I do pretty good at tests.
So apparently Celestine wants to break down this dragon stuff. It's going to take us a while. The giant told us not to bother going out until later today.
I
After.
I interrupt you for 2 seconds. Nowhere. Get in here. Get in here. Are you there, nowhere? And then I let you. We don't be outside just in case she's walking the halls.
Okay, so do we want to close the door and then Celestine can break down this thing and we can, I don't know, work on something?
I'm good with that.
I just tried to do that.
Who's closing the door?
I am. We're trying.
All right, give me an athletics check.
I don't have any athletics.
I will help him because I remember how heavy it is.
All right, Argon, give me an athletics check at advantage. It doesn't budge.
Can I try doing it by myself?
Sure, give me an athletics check.
I'll help him try.
At advantage.
All right, big guy, on the count of 3. 1, 2.
You barely get it closed.
That's because he didn't wait until 3.
At some point during all this, I would like to cast Detect Magic as well, as a ritual. Because I'm curious about that jug. Was that muted? Did you guys hear about Detect
Nope, I
Magic?
heard it.
Okay.
You get a conjuration effect from the jug.
Okay.
An ethereal cerulean fog, essentially.
Well, this does something.
None of the other treasure that you just recently found have magical auras off them,
Including the shield?
including the shield.
Okay. I'll pick up the jug and kind of show it around saying, well, this does something.
Look at the big luff and go, want to poke your finger?
Looks to see if I have enough today. I have to rest first.
Isn't it better to do all that stuff before you rest?
I kind of overused it yesterday.
But all the penalties on it go away when you take a long rest, don't you? Or don't they? I'm clarifying. I'm not arguing. Well, never mind. I guess it's not really my place to know how your stuff works.
Did we sleep between now and the last time I used it before I say anything?
Pretty sure we did.
Yeah, you guys had a rest on the way back after Claudette got 2 stacks of exhaustion,
Okay, then I will
slowing your whole
use.
party.
I will use it. I failed, so I get to see what my hit points are down to.
Guy, did you start Sirenscape?
Yep.
I hear it.
I'll restart it for you.
Okay, I have noise now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I did do it.
Just so you know, my dad participated by saying, yeah, pull my finger, pull my finger.
That is what you garner from the jug that you are trying to figure out.
Oh boy.
Anyone interested in that?
Oh yeah. But does this have to be what do you call it?
No.
Sure, I'll take it. And I know if I don't know where Mike.
There is no ale in the jug.
Here.
He doesn't like beer, he likes ale. Interesting that it can give salt water. And that salt water is more than fresh water.
Can we make holy water out of it?
Can Celestine pray?
Right now, Celestine is a wizard trapped in a druid's body.
I don't know about that.
I believe, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe clerics are the only ones that can do the make it holy or whatever.
I look at the monk and go, "Can you make holy water?" Question.
Oh, you're talking to me. Hold on. Wait, am I a monk? Yes. Sort of. Can I bless this water or sky?
No.
Okay.
A cleric or paladin may create holy water by performing a special ritual.
But yeah, I'll collect it in my alchemy bag.
So, Celestine, you want to start breaking down the dragon thingy?
Thought it was already working on that.
Give
Okay,
me,
well then,
let me see.
I'm going to go curl up in a corner and take a nap.
Gee, I figured you'd be eager to help me. You usually are.
I'm tired.
What do you need me to do?
Whatever this guy says. Basically, there's a giant shield here made out of
No,
light.
he started to say something, but I didn't hear what he finished. He said, "Please give me a."
Yeah, I didn't continue that because I was opening up leatherworking-Celestine file to try and figure that out.
And then the question is, can you actually perform the action since the wizard is taking you over?
We'll say yes. I mean, it's her body, so she knows what she's doing. She just doesn't fully have her mind all there.
They're sharing. Sharing is caring.
I'm gonna say it's gonna take 6 hours to do. So give me 3 leatherworking dexterity checks at advantage for Illiken's help.
Nice. Looks like I got a 12, a 18, and a 28 crit.
All right. So after 6 hours, you guys come up with 25 medium-sized scales and 10 leather scraps. About an hour before you guys get finished, you hear a rock call from somewhere above you.
Since I'm resting, do I hear it?
Anybody that's awake hears it.
Ten four.
Okay, I tap everybody and ask anybody knows what time it is.
I rub my eyes and I look at him like, how would I know what time it is? I've been sleeping. And we're in a room. There's no sun.
I didn't know if I had that skill or somebody else did. They always tells you what time it is.
Nobody in this party.
Elston in the right mind could probably tell by the stars, but you're inside and she's not currently of the right mind. And then there's also the fact that there's fog all over the island and you can't see the stars.
I think I can actually use my druidcraft to figure that out too. Come to think of it. I know it does weather. It may not do time. But I have to be outside to do that, so.
Out of curiosity, why are you wondering what time it is and why are you waking us up?
Because I just heard a rock call and she's supposed to be leaving at night.
Well, then maybe it's nighttime.
Probably a pretty good chance that she just left. Maybe we should continue our explorations.
All right, let's go downstairs first, but hopefully we can find where we can do these 4 trials since we killed the person before he could give us the trial.
You want to go downstairs before exploring the whole level?
Okay, well, I can't remember. I wasn't here for the entire thing yesterday, so let's explore the level.
I'm game, but we're gonna have to open up this door.
Which we'll need in our athletics check.
I'll help. Big guy.
Easily open the door.
All right. I'm gonna go out and see what's going on. Nice, quiet hallway. Yes. Everything looks hunky dory. Got a bunch of mice running around in the hallway.
There's still that room to the south that we didn't get open last night.
That's true. As I'm looking around up here, I'm kind of just pausing for a moment.
Did we open any doors in this entire place last time?
Just the one we just came out of.
Do we want to go up or do we want to go down? Or north or south?
I vote for south, but I'll follow the party.
I guess I'll go down so you can try the doors.
I'll try opening these two doors, or the first door and then the second door. I will ask for assistance because it might take us a couple of twigs as heavy as these doors are.
Sure, I'll help.
Athletics with advantage.
Huh.
But it does not open.
I'll shake my arms, get a good step back, and try again.
All right, give me another one. This time it opens easily.
I will slowly push it open, looking inside to make sure I don't get killed by opening it.
This long, rectangular room is strewn with pieces of rotting wood and rusted metal, the remnants of giant weapons and weapon racks. A rusted out helmet sized for a giant lies near the back wall. The orb that is currently in Celestine's possession states the Isojatoon have never been ones to tend a forge. The heat of a freshly slain elk is almost too much to bear. Instead, they stole their arms from their vanquished foes, humans, dwarves, fire giants. It is amazing how well a human greatsword functions as a dagger in the hands of a frost giant.
Great, something to look forward to. Anything usable in here? Any gold in the rubble?
There is not.
I will search the room.
As you search the room, you find that there's There's some weapons, but they're rusted. There's that giant-sized helmet in the back, which is rusted. Anything in here is kind of nasty.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back up north.
Is there any more doors?
To the north.
Well, the south, right here. Unless we came in that door.
You came in this door.
Yeah, we came in that one.
The one right next to it. Was that an opening that we tried? We couldn't get in yesterday?
You talking about these?
They're like they're like French doors. So there's 2 doors.
Oh, okay.
They go to the same place.
Fine, you want to try that door?
Yep.
Soren, trying that one?
I'll help.
Soren, give me an athletics check. Small dwarf, big muscles.
Ooga booga. Something. Sorry, I'm working on my sound effects.
Frost covers a bloated trestle table that stands amid rotting barrels and casks in the middle of what used to be a kitchen. Storage racks along the walls have collapsed into piles of rotted timber, along with the jugs, tankards, and drinking horns that once rested on them. A roasting spit lined with icicles is mounted above a 10-foot diameter iron brazier coated with rime and situated near the back wall.
Is there anything of value in here?
Does not look like it.
Okay.
Sorry about that. My niece called. That's the detriment of using your phone.
All right, as you guys get
What's
over
this
here,
room?
in the middle of this immense hall stands a 30-foot long, 10-foot wide, 10-foot high dining table, carved from ice and surrounded by a dozen blocks of ice that once served as chairs. Wooden braces against the west wall hold a pair of 14-foot long bugles made from hollowed out mammoth tusks. An ascending staircase of ice in the southwest corner has mist rolling down it.
When we came up to this building, did we see that it was more than a single level? Or is it more like walking into the mountainside?
It is definitely multiple levels.
Okay.
So do these stairs go up or down?
These ones go up.
The other one's
And what about these stairs at the north of the... What about these stairs?
They go down.
Oh, might as well get a description for this room. What's going on in this room, Sky?
Six slender gargoyle-like creatures made of ice squat on ledges 20 feet above the ground that protrude from the wall of the semicircular chamber. Near the back wall, the mist that blankets the floor flows down a staircase made of polished ice.
What's the wall made of?
Ice.
I'm
This
definitely
whole
getting.
fortress is pretty much ice.
I'm definitely getting Ice Temple vibes from Icewind Dale 2. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything valuable around here. Do you want to go down or up?
Let's go down because the codicil might give us something.
Sounds reasonable. Anyone want to have any arguments?
Sounds good.
No, but I suggest that we all like rope together.
Oh, you don't want to go sliding?
I don't want to go sliding down the stairs.
All right. I got some rope, Claudette. We could tie ourselves up.
That
mean,
sounded
together.
very
Sorry.
So when Rook
Hey,
calls
she's
us,
mine, she's not yours.
So I think Illiken should go last since he's probably the most sturdy of us. The biggest, can probably handle the most weight. And then, who's the smallest? Is it Nowhere or Arden or me?
Could be me.
Actually, I think Claudette would probably weigh the least. You're probably shortest, but Claudette's probably weighs the least.
We can't Claudette walk down or crawl on the walls.
They're ice.
Oh, I know your skills. Come on now.
Well, she can,
I know my skills too.
she can walk on walls, yes, but
it's a little different when it's solid sheets of ice.
yeah.
Okay, so is the downstairs the one in the dining area or the one in that we're in?
Down is the one we're in right now.
It's right here.
I
I'll
take
tie the rope around myself. I'll also take out one of my picks and pick it into the ground so that, it gives me a little bit more sturdiness and support.
Well, don't we all have like mountain climbing stuff? Why don't we just put on our like mountain climbing shoes and walk?
But preferably you still have your mountain shoes on, and this way is just protect us from sliding downstairs into traps.
All right, 10-4.
I believe that you guys had your snowshoes on, not your crampons, because that's how you got up here. Or up to the fortress.
Correct. Oh, we use snowshoes to get up here. Okay, so let's get ourselves tied together with Ilkin as the anchor and make our way down the stairs.
Alright, what order are you going in?
I'll go first, and I'll hand hempen rope to whoever's next.
I'll go after Claudette.
I can either go before Arden or after Arden. I could help whoever's being the anchor be the anchor.
I can go after Celestine.
Okay. I need acrobatics checks from all of you. And I'm guessing Drake is flying down, so I'm not worried about Drake. All right. It's slow going, but nobody failed. So, you eventually get 90 feet down, 9 stairs. 10 feet per stair. And I gotta get the next map ready.
I will continue to look for magical beans.
That was mute.
Where did our icy spiky friend go? Did he not join us for this?
It led you to the door of the fortress and flew off.
Ah. And what about Harpel?
She's with you.
Okay.
I just don't have her on the map. That was the acrobatics one that I rolled. I was like, wait a minute, I'm missing one.
Did you say you changed maps?
I'm about to. I'm getting it ready.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I just changed.
Do my eyes deceive me, or do I see a walrus?
The staircase descends into a vaulted chamber. A 9-foot high railing of sculpted ice hugs the staircase as it descends to the chamber floor, which, like the stairs, is smooth and gleaming, except where it is not. Parts of the floor are stained with blood, humanoid bones, and entrails are littered about. A walrus as big as an elephant is having a grand old time rolling and sliding on the ice, paying you little heed. Its face is stained red.
You guys want to turn around?
Eh.
Apparently, we've got to pass 4 tests down here.
Assuming this guy is one of them.
I cast.
Oh, hey, Celestine, can you talk to him? The walrus?
I think that's what our ranger is about to try to do. Oh, nice.
Oh, fuck, there's other walruses sliding around back there.
No, he said this one was rolling around.
Oh, okay, cool. I was like, oh, good, there's more than one.
No, I was trying to give the effect of it sliding and rolling around.
Cute.
I cast speak with animals just in case he doesn't speak English. Or I mean common.
Sure.
And I first say hello in common, and if no response, then I try to speak with the animal in his native tongue.
It looks back at you and in common says, "What do you want?" Do you bring food?
I have a berry that'll feed you.
That is not meat.
We're looking for the codicil of white.
That must be the book. It's somewhere down there to the south.
Do you know of 4 tests?
Just to clarify, he said to the south, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you know the Ariel's 4 tests?
I know that many have come and gone. I do not know of tests in particular. There are wings that ones may enter, and they are gone for a short time, and then they return.
Okay.
To enter the vault to the south, one must enter all 4 wings.
All right, let's go to the other wing. Let's go to the first close. Which is the closest wing?
Points that there's a wing there, 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 and there.
Let's go to the farthest north one, northeast, and then go counterclockwise, since it's closest to us.
So you're wanting to go in this one first.
He said northeast. It should be this one.
Do bring back food.
If there is some, sure.
Hey, I got a line on a horse upstairs. Tell the walrus if he goes upstairs, can he eat that horse that was in the last room?
Horse?
Wasn't there a guy on a horse?
No, there was a giant.
Well, he can eat that, whatever. I just don't want to get eaten.
Doesn't look like he's
The blood in the
threatening.
human bones tell a different story.
Put it this way, he has yet to threaten or attack any of you.
Well, that's good for us.
Okay, I asked him what is food for him, just so if we come across it, we can bring him some.
He'll say, my friend should be returning soon, and with dinner. As it looks around, perhaps we can share. The tunnel to the north ends before the tomb of a frost giant queen, who died before the Frostmaiden took control of the island. The marrow is the best bit. The tunnel to the south leads to the vault, where the servants of the Frostmaiden store the treasures of their faith. Few have attempted the wings of this dungeon. Fewer have survived. I don't know where they go, but they always return. And if they don't, their bodies do. You should try the wings. Bring back fresh food for me when you come back. Or if you don't come back, I suppose I will just eat your corpse. Because it will always come back.
That's comforting.
Now do we feel threatened?
Nope, let's go.
No, if we kill something, we can always drag it back and feed it to him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Come on, nowhere.
When he gets far enough away, he whispers to Soren, no, but you don't talk about fighting or eating him when you're talking to him.
Wait, whatever. Don't talk about what?
You don't talk about beating up the creature in front of the creature.
Check. My bedside manner needs work.
Your survival means work. Got a death wish. Slip slide away. Okay, here we go.
The walls of this oddly shaped room are etched with elaborate panoramas of winter scenes. Set into the back wall is a door, inscribed with a large snowflake. A single word is carved into the lintel above it. Cruelty.
Cruelty?
Cruelty.
I just look at Illiken and go, yeah, let's go ahead and start with our weakest link first.
I go to push the door.
Is there a door?
There's a door right here.
Well, let's try it.
And can I push it, or does it open for me?
As you place your hand on it, it opens.
That is so phallic.
There. way too eager to run into this cruelty test. It scares me.
Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing at the edge of a camp. Its tents holding fast against a raging blizzard. As you look around at each other, not knowing where you are, you notice that each of you has a tiny, glowing snowflake above your head, the sign of Oriel. Velen remarks, "A ragged camp," excitedly, and asks Professor Scant to recall information about it. The orb replies dryly, "Ragged tribe camps are scattered throughout the Icewind Dale. None of them appear on maps because they don't stay in one place for long. Each ragged tribe is made up of smaller clans, each with its own chieftain, the most powerful of whom often carries the title of king or queen. A clan might set up its camp for a 10-day or two, then dismantle it and go back on the move, allowing the clan to stay close to a migrating herd of reindeer as it travels across the tundra." You should now have a black screen. Don't worry about the black screen. I will get you on in a sec. As you enter the camp, the inhabitants look frail and hungry. Dog sleds are present, but no sled dogs are present. The people look up at you as you pass by their tents. What you see in their eyes is not gratitude or praise, but fear. They seem to be afraid of you. They point towards a hut in the middle of the encampment.
I smile and head towards the cut.
Sky, could you just do a really small recap of what you just said about this area?
Let me start over. As you enter the camp, the inhabitants look frail and hungry. Dog sleds are present, but no sled dogs are present. The people look up at you as you pass by their tents. What you see in their eyes is not gratitude or praise, but fear. They seem to be afraid of you. They point towards a hut in the center of the encampment.
It could just be the hut they're pointing at.
It would be up here.
Well, let's head towards that hut then.
As you walk further into this camp, you see pelts that seem familiar. Celestine, roll me a leatherworking wisdom.
Oh, they better not be Yeti pelts. Or we gonna be having some issues.
These
15.
pelts are most definitely from the sled dogs that once served the tribe.
Okay.
As you near the hut at the middle of the camp, there are 4 older-looking members of the tribe outside the hut that have been restrained.
Restrained, okay. Do they look, like they're taken care of, or do they look like they're tortured and bruised and bloody?
It looks like they were eaten.
Restrained is a whole lot different from eaten.
Well, he says pelts, not the animals. That
Well,
means that they've been skinned.
No. The pelts
2 different things, Illican.
are most definitely from the sled dogs that once served the tribe. As you near the hut, in the middle of the camp, there are 4 older-looking members of the tribe outside the hut that have been restrained. To answer your question, Celestine, give me an investigation check. They look frail, but as healthy as you might expect for a people that are hungry.
Okay, so they've just been restrained, not tortured and beaten.
No.
Okay. I will walk up there with Clet, just cautiously looking around. My sphere and shield are out, but not in a hostile pose. And I'll say, who's the leader here? In common.
The man looks at you. Welcome to the tribe of the bear, servants of the Frostmaiden. I am Gunvald. The Bear King meets your gaze boldly. His face is sunken and malnourished. Lean muscle stubbornly clings to his bones. It has been a long winter. The sun has died, and dark times calls for dire measures. This is the way. This is the way the bears survive this remorseless winter. My shaman has consulted the spirits. My men have consulted their stomachs. My soul has consulted itself and determined that it too can make a sacrifice. But if you have an ounce of good inside of you, the Bear King holds out a sacrificial dagger in front of him and points at the bound and gathered elders. You will share this burden with me. They have served the tribe in life, and so too shall they in death. Do what must be done for the good of our people.
Wait, so you want us to murder the elders of your tribe so you all can eat?
He looks towards you with this dagger outstretched.
Outside of character, can you post in what the walrus said about food?
I'll go ahead and take the dagger.
Jesus.
Well, out of character, this is supposed to be a test of cruelty, right? The question is whether it's a test that you win by being cruel or a test you win by not being cruel.
Let's hold off. Let me see because of what he said. The bone marrow of certain things is certain. So I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to remember what he said about this pathway.
The bone marrow is the best part.
That was the walrus. That was before you got here.
Yeah, but he said, but he mentioned what each. So that's why I'm trying to find out. That's why I want that posted.
Okay, I don't know what you're looking for. It's two totally different situations.
Yeah, he said. Okay, he said the bone
Walrus?
marrow of this
The
ring.
walrus. The walrus said the bone marrow was the best part.
Yes, that's what I'm referring to. Is
Okay.
if you could post what.
Okay.
Kenny, I think
That has zero to do with anything. That has to do with the walrus. You're not at the walrus. You're at the test.
If we die, he likes our bone marrow. That's the best part of our body.
Okay.
Now,
The reason why I was asking that question, guys, because I thought the bone the walrus said the wings of one thing in this place, and so I was seeing if he was saying there's an animal here that was the best, good for eating, and then we could go and get that and bring it back.
No, he didn't say anything about that.
so I'm going to telepathically tell Celestine that if she wants me to kill these, if she'll just tell me she'll pay me 5 gold, I'll do it.
Nass will reply to you and say, "We need the codicil of white."
I'm a bounty hunter. I only kill for money.
It's an assassin, but that's okay.
I'll do it just because they're the bear tribe, and we've already fought the bear tribe like in 3 different places. Am I correct about that?
No. You've not encountered the. You may have encountered ragged people that were corrupted by the Shardling, but you've not encountered yet any of the ragged tribes directly.
And we're supposed to kill all of these things, or just one?
All 4 of the elders.
Okay, so I'm going to look at this first elder. I'm going to say to the elder, "Do you wish for mercy?"
Our people must eat.
Doesn't answer my question. I'll ask the second one. Do you wish for mercy?
We are willing to give our bodies in death.
Same question to the third one.
Here's the thing,
Our
guys.
bodies will feed the people.
I can give them a ton of food.
Yes, I know, but this is our test. So for the fourth one, do you make the sacrifice willingly?
We are willing for the good of the tribe.
I'm going to go back to the leader, hand him the dagger, and go, "Y'all can starve."
I will watch her confused, but not
As
argue with
you-
her.
As you do that, your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. White, we just switch maps again.
Any indication whether we passed or failed?
We're alive.
We came back.
The most cruel answer was to not give them what they wanted. To give them death was to give them exactly what they wanted, and they were all willing to die for it. To be cruel was to not give them death and to make them starve.
Yeah, see, I could have just given him food. And that's probably exactly what I would have done if Claudette hadn't taken over.
And then we would have likely failed.
Well, no, letting them
Probably.
starve, okay, is pretty cruel.
It was a test of cruelty.
She's right, and we probably would have failed if I'd been doing that one. But let's go ahead and go on to others.
So, Mr. Walrus, since we didn't die, does that mean we passed that test?
Next one.
It'll look over at you and say, others have momentarily disappeared and come back as corpses, as food. You came back as yourselves. Some that return have passed. Some who return have not.
So in other words, keep going.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Guys want to go up this one?
You want to go north? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
<clears throat>
Okay.
Where are you? Oh, okay.
Hey, baby.
See, he said something up to north is the.
My character got stuck on a wall.
He
All
said
right, so what were the other 3 tests?
You don't know yet, because you haven't gotten to them.
the walrus.
Well, we knew there was going to
But
be
wait,
a test of
yes,
cruelty.
it did. Yes, it did.
Okay, I told you the 3 tests were: 1 was for cruelty, 1 was for endurance, 1 for isolation, and 1 for preservation.
Okay, the walrus said something about north being the tomb of the frost giant queen or something like that.
The passageway that you are in leads to an anvil-shaped room with a door set into the far wall. Flanking the door are bas-reliefs of 2 female frost giants holding great axes. Runes are carved into the door's surface.
Do I recognize the runes?
What language did you get?
Common, Druidic, Elvish, Sylvan, and Yeti.
Don't press on my hand on the thing until he is ready.
Illikin and Arden and Soren, I sent you all messages in Discord. What you read.
In ice and blood our folk are born. To our great queen we raise our horn. We'll fight and plunder in the morn. To Vasa Thicken we are sworn.
Okay, can I try to open the door?
You already told me I'm the meat shield, so I had to open it, so I was there.
Then open the door.
The door like the lady says.
Give me an athletics check.
I'll help.
Well, it doesn't just open on my touch anymore. That sucks.
My legs have never opened at your touch, dear.
Oh, good comeback.
Crazy.
Well, technically, if she's not opening her legs, she's not coming, so hey.
And Dad says, especially with me here.
I'm sorry, I forgot you were there. I'm sorry.
And you're gonna get her in trouble.
Okay, so guys, here you go. Buzzy, meet Gang, Gang, meet Buzzy.
Hello.
Hi, Dad.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Alright, so now y'all have met my father.
Hi, Father.
Looking. It doesn't budge.
Sure, I'll try.
Soren, why don't you try?
Give me an athletics check, Soren,
I'll help him.
with advantage. It swings open. Get to where I need to get to. This chamber has another door set into the far wall. Standing on either side of the door is a frost giant skeleton wielding a rusty anchor. The pinpricks of light in their eye sockets brighten as they register your presence. With a silent roar, a skeletal giant spins its anchor on its chain before loosing in a wide arc. Roll initiative.
My type of area.
What?
Oh, this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
What exactly is our challenge?
You don't see the two big things carrying axes at us? Bone creatures?
I don't think this is a challenge room. I think this is just the tomb. Because he said there are four halls, and if one is southeast, looks like there's one to the northeast, northwest, and southwest. So,
If this is either if it is a test, it's endurance or Preservation.
Preservation.
So it will swing out at Illiken as you open the door. And apparently miss.
I duck.
Alright, Nowhere is up first.
I feel so privileged. Well, I'm going to stay back here where I am, and I'm going to shoot my swiftness at this one.
That will hit. That hits.
Yes, I'm just trying to decide what to do with my good fortune. I have no idea what that is going to do.
Let's see here. The brambles do go around it, but it does not seem to be taking any damage from the poison. And which one were you firing against?
The one on the... Yes, that one. And the sear does no damage?
The poison from the grasping arrow does not seem to take effect. Like to do anything else?
Well, I also had Seer selected there.
Yep.
And nothing from Seer?
You damaged the frost giant skeleton. The poison didn't seem to take effect.
Yes, it did. Seer did damage.
Okay.
But the giant is big and tough, so it's going to take a heck of a lot more than Seer to kill him.
Yeah. Oh, it's Seer, S-E-A-R, not Spear, S-P-E-A-R.
So you're going to shoot it with another arrow?
Are you gonna rush? I'm going to try to shoot again.
A 16 does not hit.
And that's going to be the end of my turn.
Alright, Claudette, you are up.
Alright, I'm going to move up to here. We're going to try to hit the guy with my main hand. Let me find the right tab.
$19 will hit.
Okay. And then I'm going to try to hit him with my offhand. I imagine if a 19 hit, a 24 probably hits him on the nose.
Well, I don't
Great,
know
I'll
about
go
the
ahead.
nose, but
I'll go ahead and hack that little section out and flick it at his nose. And that will be the end of my turn. Actually, can I re-roll the slashing damage?
I think that only works on the piercing.
It is called Piercer. Okay, never mind. I was trying.
Yeah, there's a feat for slasher for slashing. But apparently you got one additional fire damage on there. Nowhere I was a little bit wrong there. It was resistant to poison, not immune to it. So a little bit of poison got into that frost giant. Anything else, Claudette?
No, that'll be the end of my turn.
Celestine is up.
I will raise my hand to the ceiling and call down a small beam of radiant light. I'll slowly look down at one of these skeletons and start to gather it in my hands, and I will reach forward and launch it at the skeleton on the left. Where is it? There it is. And at the same time, a second one.
That will definitely hit.
The second one will fire at the light, or the skeleton on the right.
And that will hit as well.
Using my twin spell ability. By the way. Both doing 13 points of damage. And both of them have
Next person that attacks
Yeah.
either one of them has advantage on their attack.
yeah, that. You knew where I was going with that.
So if one,
Yep, one. Is that twin thing part of the action, or is that your bonus action? Have a bonus action still? You want to do anything else?
No, I don't want to do anything else.
Arden, you are up.
Hey, I'm gonna engage this one here on the left with my bow, and I'm thinking of fire.
That'll hit.
And I think I'll just do it again.
A 13, however, will not.
Oh well. That ends my turn.
Too bad those weren't reversed.
Yeah, should have done the second attack first, because you had advantage on it. So advantage just kind of gave you the normal one on that one. All right, this one is going to. This one is going to swing out at Arden, and then at Illiken. Illiken 13. Doesn't hit.
It was nice knowing you.
But Arden, 27.
Yeah, it hits.
My computer is apparently going slow, so that 22. Don't worry about it. Arden, 31 bludgeoning. You are 20 feet away, so you must also succeed on a DC 15 Dex save. Which you did, so you're good there. So just a 31 bludgeoning.
Just 31 bludgeoning.
That's all.
Oh, that's it.
This one will move slightly closer. This is what you had, so I gotta figure out. Nowhere, give me. Roll me 2d6 for your slashing damage from Grasping Arrow. And it is now going to attack Nowhere first, and then Celestine. I'm guessing both those hit. Actually, I should check.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably would have gotten there first. Nowhere is going to be 36 bludgeoning, and I need a dexterity saving throw. And Celestine will be 22 bludgeoning. Nowhere stays where he is. And Soren is up.
Alright, I'm gonna move and attack. I just don't really know. Hold on, give me 1 second to think where I want to move to. Do either of those hit?
Both of those will hit.
Then I want to use Flurry of Blows so I can hit him 2 more times.
For everyone who just took damage, don't forget we had 10 Temporary hit points.
The 13 will not hit, but the 25 will.
How big are these guys again? I assume I can't knock them prone, right?
Probably not. They are probably
big.
about 20 feet tall.
Alright, I'll just make the one where it can't take any reactions until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
But can you knock them up against walls? Like I used to do?
They are 20 feet tall. He's like, what, 5?
5'4.5".
Well, I know, but I was still seeing if you could push them 15 feet back.
No, there's an ice wall right behind him.
Well, I know, but when I used to do it, they'd get damage from that basement.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. There's not likely that is going to happen in this case.
Yeah, I tried.
Right on, yeah, no, I figured he was too big for me to smash up against the wall.
I'll make the joke. Well, they are standing on ice, so they could have slid.
Hey,
Could have smacked him in the kneecap.
According to Dalton, you can't fight if you can't stand.
Alright, Illiken, your turn. I'm guessing. Soren, are you doing anything else?
Oh yeah, no, that's all I got.
Alright, Illiken is up. First one is advantage, not that it needed it. 25, 18, 23 all hit. You notice as your first strike is infused that the cold does not seem to bother it very much. Still takes a little bit of damage, but not the full 6.
So it doesn't take the lightning doesn't do anything. Okay, thanks.
No, the cold. The Drake's infused strike. Last time you summoned it, it was ice.
Yep, it's still ice. I forgot.
Drake doing anything? And 11 will not hit. And with that, let's go ahead and take a 15-minute break.
Okie dokie. Trying to clean your nose.
Pick it, baby. Pick it.
I never left.
I'm here.
That's 3.
I'm here.
I'm here too if you're waiting on me.
And no, Claudette's here because she's typing to me in Discord, so we'll go ahead and start it back up top of the round with Nowhere.
I guess I'll. Fire my. Bows.
That'll definitely hit when you going against. Oh. It falls to the ground.
Well, I like that. I guess I'll fire at the other one.
$13 will not hit.
Guess that's the end of my turn.
Claudette, you are up.
Alrighty, so we're just gonna wail at this meat shield.
Yes, you could return for 10
You're
minutes.
going to strike me?
No, the one in front of me, silly.
28 will hit. $13 will barely miss, however.
Sorry, Soren, if I singed your eyebrows. That'll be the end of my turn.
Nolstein is up. That will hit.
And that's it for me.
There are lots of cracks in the bones, and it is trying to hang on. Arden, you are up.
Okay. Well. Okay. I'm gonna attack this guy. Since the other one's dead. With my furious bow, thinking of fire.
They both hit. And it falls to the ground.
Can I go recover my arrows?
Sure, give me an investigation check.
I help him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I ask if anybody wants to check to see if these bodies have anything that's worthwhile.
Arden, you find all your arrows.
I don't mind checking to see if there's anything worthwhile, but they're huge.
Okay. Did you find any of my arrows?
Were you going to check for that?
I was going to, but somebody else said.
Go ahead and roll your investigation. I'm guessing Illiken's probably helping you as well.
Yeah, I'm moving the bodies.
You find all of your arrows as well.
Thank you.
And then I'll help Claudette if she needs help moving the bodies to look what she's off.
Is there any loot on the bodies?
There's not. They are just skeletons wielding anchors.
Okay, what do I see on the door in front of me?
Doorknobs.
Ice. Lots and lots of ice.
Okay, so I guess I'll try to open the door.
Give me an athletics check.
I could help.
Okay, with advantage. It does not even begin to creak.
I try.
Sure.
I'll help him.
Okay. Soren athletics at advantage. It opens easily.
Before we go through here, does anybody need to heal up or anything?
I'm not very strong, but you don't necessarily have to heal me.
That's good, because the only way I could heal you is to ask Celestine to do it.
The opening of doors, towering from within her icy sarcophagus, is a frost giant queen, her cruel iron crown still resting atop her head. She has not gone to the grave quietly. Her hands are curled into fists, and her posture is menacing, as if she were challenging tomb raiders to a battle. Behind her, behind the carved block of ice, is a gilded door leading to what must surely hold riches beyond compare.
So if nobody wants to take a healing potion or, get some healing before we go through here, if everybody says it's okay, I'll go ahead and start walking in.
I'm going to take a healing potion. I can find it. That didn't work.
Celestine, are you good to continue?
If I can find the damn mute button. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm fine.
Once Arden finds his healing potion and gets that taken care
I
of.
found it, but it won't react, so
Which potion are you taking?
just a regular healing potion.
2d4. Just go ahead and roll it in the dice roller, and take away the potion from your sheet.
Yeah.
You'll get 4 points of healing. Wait, no, you only did 1. Give me another d4.
Oh,
So 5 points of healing total.
I'll take it. All right.
I will cautiously walk in and let her know that I mean her no harm.
Nothing happens.
Does this door say anything?
It's a gilded door. Whatever the hell that means.
Okay. Hey, Meat Shield, do you want to try to open this? I'll help you.
Well, damn.
Hey, Annie, we can't hear you.
I opened it. Or attempted to.
Yeah, this one, the DC was a lot higher, and yeah, that still opens it. So, yeah, you opened it. This one, the door was stuck, but yeah.
Way to go, big guy.
Leaning against the back wall of this room is a formidable weapon, a giant-sized great axe, its steel head resting on the icy floor.
I'm gonna wait to go in until everybody's around nearby, ready. Can you all hear the dog?
A little bit.
Okay. She's like 3 rooms away, so. Nowhere? Celestine, you guys coming? Ah, there's Celestine. There's Arden. Where's Velen? Velen didn't even get a chance to take a turn last time.
Yeah, I forgot to roll for her. Oh well.
Okay, so
More about
now that
the
I
roll
see,
anyways.
now that I see our entire team is here, I will step in, and I will walk to the great axe, and I will
Is
wait
it
for.
made of obsidian or anything that we would know not to touch?
What's that? The start of that got cut off.
I said, is it made of obsidian or something that we know not to touch, or we come to touch?
Oh, the Charlene, no. It is, however, approximately 10 feet tall.
Then I will see if I can. Actually, I asked Celestine if she can see if this is magic.
Sure, it'll take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic.
I didn't know if you just cast magic.
You get transmutation and enchantment auras surrounding the axe.
It seems to be magical.
I tried picking it up.
It doesn't budge.
Well, it'll be here after we're done, so let's go. Then I look at the queen and think, I wish there was a way to make sure she was dead.
Sure, why don't you go over and give her a kiss?
Illican, since you were right up there, give me a perception check. As Celestine gets close, Professor Scant says dryly, "No weapon was feared in the far north more than Vasavikin's bloodthirsty axe Vasilfir." And Illican, you can read on the axe, "May the sovereign bear the bloodlust of the people."
I tell everybody what I see, and I'm so tempted to see what magical item this is. But it would take too long, and we still have to. We only have a short amount of time while the Frostmaiden is gone.
Hey, Illigan, when you leave that room, shut the door behind you.
I do so.
Can I try to, like touch my finger to the axe and see if I can give the axe some blood?
Willingly, sure. Go and take 1 point of damage and nothing happens.
Well, darn it to all the itches. Do I smell any blood on the giant? Is she preserved and still have blood inside of her?
She is encased in a solid block of ice.
Mm-hmm.
Do I smell blood?
No.
She's looking for a blood sickle.
All right, I locked the door on the way out, or I pushed the door shut on the way out.
I think this is one of our tests.
Give me an athletics check.
Well, I can't because there's people still in there.
It doesn't budge.
I ask for assistance, shake it off, and try again.
Help.
Give me an athletics check at advantage.
I'm going to again say that I think this is part of our test.
Which test?
Whatever test this little hallway had in it.
Well, because there's the test of cruelty, the test of endurance, the test of isolation, and the test of preservation. If anything, it would be preservation. So I'd assume trying to break the lady out of the ice.
Good idea.
Sure, let's try to break her out of the ice. It's about as good as killing those villagers in the other test.
She wields a huge axe.
Okay, let's try breaking her out. Wait a minute. Anybody do ice magic?
Obviously not. So,
Is there a
anybody got a
key?
big axe?
Is there a keyhole or anything on the altar that tells us that maybe we could do something fun?
It's a sarcophagus, and no.
I say we come back to this one if we haven't found the other four, or the other three. Because this one didn't just open up when I touched it. I had to push the door on both of these.
If my finger's still bleeding, can I put it on the altar and see if that has any effect?
It's a sarcophagus, not an altar, but yes, and it does not do anything.
Okay, well, I tried my best.
There's now a bloody fingerprint on the sarcophagus.
Celestine, what do you want to do? You want to continue to try to solve this one, or do you want to go on to the next one?
I'm going to say go on to the next one because I think his health hit him again.
Okie dokie.
Can I still? Has it been enough time that I can still talk to the walrus? Yeah, he speaks. I ask, is that one of the rooms of the test? As we walk back up.
That is not a test, as you call it. It is not one of the wings. It is Vasavikin's tomb.
Thank you.
Guy, will you move Celestine over to this area?
I am. As others get in there, I'm slowly moving her and doing other things.
Thank you.
Part of the lintel has broken off, but you can still make out the word endurance carved into the door in common.
Okay, we know it's going to be endurance. So for those of us who are smart, we got to think of how to endure. And I push the door.
I help him.
As you touch the door, your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself in a raging snowstorm, standing at the edge of a ragged tribe's camp in the process of being dismantled. As you look around at each other, not knowing where you are, you notice that again, each of you has a tiny glowing snowflake above your head, the sign of Oriel. The nomads work feverishly to tear down their tents and pack them onto dog sleds. A few of them spot you and brandish their weapons. A tall figure standing among them calls out, "We shall not lie down and die for your pleasure, emissaries of Oriel! Begone, vultures!"
We come to help. We came to lend aid and assist you with whatever you need.
Emissaries of Auril, begone, vultures.
Give me a persuasion check. Well, damn. He believes you. He responds back to you and says, "We must go. Where the reindeer go, the elk tribe must follow. No matter what the elements hurl at us, you have two choices. Help or leave. What shall it be?"
I say we
Do you
help.
not understand? Do you not understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I said we'd help you. I go grab something and put it on one of the dog sleds and says, "Okay, next."
I go and help.
We're trying to help the dogs endure. Is that what's going on?
You are currently, I believe, trying to help the elk tribe move to the next location.
I'll help as well.
I'll have Drake pull a sled.
There's plenty of dogs to pull the sleds. They get the your help. They get the sleds filled with all the pieces of the tent and everything else. And Jarund will say, "This is the life you 10 towners have avoided, and we know the truth. You are those who could not keep up with the herd." Our people are proud and strong. We endure so long as the reindeer do. Without them, we are nothing.
Did they just accuse us of being the reason that 10 toes fell?
No.
Yes.
He said that you could not keep up with the herd. You're not ragged nomads.
Well, we will try to keep up with the herd.
And we've been bouncing around in the snow for how long?
All right. So, Ilkin. So we're gonna do this one by one. This is a skill challenge. So Illikin, about 2 hours into the journey, you notice a couple of elk tribe elders that are falling behind the pack. What would you suggest doing?
Let them ride on Drake. No, wait, this is the Perseverance, right?
This is endurance.
since I'm a bigger guy, I'd put Drake on one side, me on the other to block the wind and to break up the snow to make it easier for them to move forward.
Give me an athletics check. At the end of the third hour, Claudette, you notice as the navigator of the tribe is pointing towards a sheer rock face that is jutting up in front of the nomads. The Elk King starts heading towards the blocked path. It is apparent, due to your history on the seas, that the navigator has been blinded by the snow. How will you handle this?
So they've got to get past this navigator that's blocking the path?
The navigator is navigating the path, but it is clear to you that he has been blinded by the snow. And there is a sheer rock face blocking the path.
Okay, I'm going to rush up to him and let him know that I think that we are heading towards danger and that he might want to just take a moment to regroup.
Give me a survival check. Okay. At the end of the fourth hour. No, sorry. At the end of the fifth hour, Soren, a tribe member about 10 feet in front of you slips on the ice while you are crossing a river. You hear the distinct crack of bone. What will you do?
Who are you asking that?
Soren.
Oh, never mind.
Soren, are you there?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I thought you were talking to somebody else. Could you say that again?
A tribe member about 10 feet in front of you slips on the ice while you are crossing a river. You hear the distinct crack of bone.
I pick that person up and start to carry them.
Give me an athletics check.
Do I know how to snap the bone back into place?
Possibly. Give me a medicine check. Yeah, you know how to snap the bone in place.
And then I kind of try to make them like a... Do I have like any supplies to make like a splint or a... Like
There's
a
probably
cast?
something, or there's probably something around. Give me a survival roll. Not great, but at least the bone's in place.
Well, if I can't pick him up, well, now that his leg's back in place, can I, like, help him walk? Or her walk, it walk, whatever?
Sure. You're helping them walk. At the end of the 8th hour, Arden, you notice a mammoth heading toward the assembly of nomads. It has a bit of a limp and several pikes and spears jutting out from its front right leg. As it notices you, it starts to charge. What will you do?
And you said he has spears in his legs?
Yes, his front right leg has pikes and spears jutting out from it. But it notices the large group and starts to charge towards you.
I'm gonna first I'm gonna see if there's anything behind him. Like
There's
somebody tracking him or chasing him down.
There's currently not.
Okay. Then my mess move would be to ask him what does he need. Is he hurt?
Give me an animal handling check.
Party.
Alright. I need to get DC 10 Constitution saves from everybody.
Just early.
I swear I only hit it once.
Yeah. Claudette and Illiken. So I find where I was. Claudette and Illiken get 1 level of exhaustion. The end of the 9th hour. Alright, at the end of the 9th hour, nowhere a loud chittering pierces the thundering winds. The sound takes you back to your childhood when a traveler, a showman from the south, had come through with a menagerie of different creatures, and you witnessed a baby Remoraz, twice the size of you, swallow a goat whole. Greater in volume and more menacing in nature. What would you do?
I think I'd try and warn the tribe and help them to steer clear from this group.
Me an Arcana check. This is a magical being. Huh? I now need a DC 11 Constitution saving throw from everybody. And this time, another Constitution saving throw, DC 12.
Is that from everybody?
Yep. All right. Thorin and let's see, this was DC 12. Soren and Celestine each gain 1 stack of exhaustion.
So do I just change the number from 0 to 1?
You can either do that or hit the up arrow.
I was just making sure that I was on the right thing.
Are you guys back, or are you still in oil?
The end of the 11th hour, I need another Constitution save from everybody. It's going to be DC 13. Illiken and Arden gain a stack of exhaustion.
If Celestine is awake, I asked her if there's a way to, if Bless would help us with this cold.
Is it my turn to do anything?
And you can try.
I'll kind of get into as central of the group as I can. Slam the butt of my sphere down into the earth and cast Conjure Flame.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay. Then can I reach for the necklace on my neck, grab the bead of blessing, and cast blessing on everyone.
The bead does not get removed.
Okay. Apparently my magic isn't working here, guys.
Must be part of the test.
At the end of the 12th hour, Celestine, roll me a perception check. You notice the faint outline of a giant wing lying beneath the snow ahead of the navigator and the king. Further towards the way you are going is a large hillock that the outline seems to run into. A nature check. Although it's buried in the snow, you notice certain indentations and ridges in the snow that imply that this is a dragon, an extremely large one. What would you suggest doing?
Okay, so all I can see is the wing sitting up there above the snow.
It is buried beneath the snow, but the
Oh,
way that the snow is formed, you can definitely tell that it is a dragon's wing.
okay. I'm going to try to convince the tribe to go around it rather than disturb it, because pissed off dragons tend to make short work of tribes of rugged barbarians.
Give me a perception check. Or not perception, the other one, persuasion. Yeah, that one.
Oh, this is gonna go well. Hey.
And everybody give me a Constitution saving throw for DC 14.
Does a resistance to cold affect this any?
It does not.
Of course not.
I got a question. I didn't understand how many exhaustion that I got.
When are we going to realize that this is just a dream?
Is it though?
It's an endurance test. They're testing our endurance. And testing it pretty heavily.
Arden, you are currently at 2.
Thank you.
Yep. Celestine gains 1. Nowhere gains 1. Soren gains 1. At the end of the 13th hour, I need a DC 15 Constitution save from everybody. Thorn, Nowhere, Celestine, Claudette, and Arden all gain 1 stack of exhaustion.
Did you say me?
Soren, Illiken, Nowhere, Celestine, Claudette, and Arden. DC 15, so yes. Everybody gets 1. And at the end of the 14th hour, as the king decides to stop and set up camp, everybody give me a DC 16 Constitution saving throw. which Claudette is the only one that passes. Everybody else gains 1 stack of exhaustion.
I don't think we did very good helping them. At least we didn't do very good helping ourselves.
I help the old people.
Claudette, what is your exhaustion rating at the moment?
2.
And Celestine?
4.
And Arden?
4.
And Soren?
4.
Four.
I didn't ask you. But I will mark you down since I am finally getting there. And nowhere.
3.
At the end of the forced march, King Gerund orders the tribe to pitch tents and start campfires. He turns to you and says, "Thank you for your assistance. You have endured much over the last day. We intend on driving the reindeer in the next 10 days or so towards the glacier to areas where less wind is present. Once you are rid of that cursed island, you should come and visit. We can help you find where you need to go. We know the tundra and the glacier better than most." As he says this, the snow once again blows around you and you appear back in the room that you were just in. And we're searching maps back to the dungeon.
I stagger out of the door.
And it was not a dream.
How's the party look at this point? They still have
Pretty haggard.
Pretty haggard.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody that got exhaustion still has their exhaustion.
Okay, I'm gonna plant the butt of my staff into the ice. Light up sacrificial. I'm sorry, the fire thing.
Thunder flame.
Yeah, that's it. That should give everyone something to warm up to. I'm gonna suggest we take a long rest right here, right now.
Okay.
I suggest we go back to that room where the giant was, if we're going to do something like that. And the reason why is because she'll return if we take a long rest. And if we
But
go
can
there
you
and take
just
a long
put a
rest,
wall like right here?
this appears to be something that somebody comes to that, we may be found.
That's why I suggested putting a wall in this area
I
right
can no
here.
longer do that.
Oh,
Fine, let's go to the giant room.
I guess we better make our way to the giant room.
We make our way slowly to the giant room.
For the one on this level.
Yeah, we talking about the tomb with the giant queen, or
The two giant skeletons.
are you all on the same page?
okay, giant skeletons then.
How is that different than the room we were just in?
I don't know. Just go with it.
Well, can we close the door when we're in the sarcophagus room?
Yeah, let's close the door. Let's close the door once we're in the room that we originally went into with the giants.
So can we retrospectively put her spear in the ground in this room instead?
Sure.
Once everybody's inside, I will shut the door.
I think everybody's in, but you.
I seriously need help because I am weak after all that work.
I'll give you a hand.
Give me another one. Okay. With 23, you get it closed.
Then I fall down.
Okay, so we're taking a long rest.
I would assume that is our intention.
Yes.
Can we just take like 3 or 4 in a row? So that way we're not exhausted anymore.
Now you gotta do some rolling the dice to get away there.
Retrospectively thinking, we should just save the endurance one for last.
That's a fantastic idea.
As far as 3 or 4 in a row, I can only do one long rest for 24 hours, and we're on a time limit in here.
Gotcha. Is there a way to like gain back more than one exhaustion point?
No.
Unfortunately, it's one per long rest. That's it. I mean, I have some spells that can restore them, but they're very expensive.
Gotcha.
There are some people that have some items that they haven't checked on in a long time.
Can't mine right now because I have no idea if it's me that you're talking about.
I am reminding the party that they have some items that they haven't checked on in a long time. Anyone keeping watches?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take the second one. Well, I'll take the third watch.
Oh, that's what that does.
Celestine, go ahead and give me a perception check for your watch. Ouch.
We're all gonna die.
Hey, I got a crit.
Yeah, too bad exhaustion 1 gives you disadvantage, besides the fact that,
I know.
the one on the little left gives you what you needed.
I know.
I mean, that endurance test was very trying, and it was very hard, and you are in the deepest trance you may have ever had. Everybody give me a perception check at disadvantage. Except for Celestine. Go for an Elikin. There we go. 15. 15 will win it. Let's see. Alright. Looking, you wake up well rested, and you look around, and everybody is just out.
I look at everybody and look at Drake and shake my head at Drake. And then start going around tapping everybody once. Assuming we got a long rest that I can push the button, or I don't see it no more, so.
You can push the long rest button.
I look at it, and I said, "Why are you waking me up?"
Because everybody fell asleep.
We were tired.
Yeah, I'm not going to harass anybody today.
Means we have a number of people with 2 points of exhaustion, and a couple of people with 1. Is that right?
No, a whole lot of people with 4.
Yeah, I have 3 still.
I'm
Yeah,
down
you
to
had
3.
several with 4, and then you had me with 2,
Yeah, but we all
and I
just
think
lost 1, right?
yeah, we
Yeah,
just
we're
lost.
down.
Arden, Soren, Celestine, and Illiken should be at 3 now. Noah should be at 2, and Claudette should be at 1.
I stretch my arms up in the air and say, "All right, I feel a little bit better." Whew, okay. Illiken, want to try to open this door so we can go see what we can do for the next test?
I say okay, but remember, if 8 hours have passed, she's back.
Okay, so what should we do for the next 8 hours?
Continue to rest if we can.
Nope, we only get 1 rest every 24 hours, so.
I mean, we can still hang out and do stuff here. We just can't benefit from long rest.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys what we do.
Do we still have any of that jerky?
Yes.
Can you give me like 5 pieces of jerky?
Sure.
And roll on Bob.
Yeah, so I was just thinking.
Bob's an on asshole today.
Not yet, anyway. Give me a second here. I want to double check the use of something.
While she is double checking the use of something, I'm going to go down and feed the walrus the jerky. See if I can make friends and influence enemies.
I'll see. I'll see if you can open that door alone. I'll help her.
He thanks you very much for the jerky. And he gulps it right down.
I'm going to ask him which one he has seen people escape from the least.
He will look at the one that you guys came out of a while ago, about 8 hours ago, and say that one is the one that typically kills people.
Okay, so we've gotten through the worst one, huh?
People have died in other wings, but more have died in that wing.
Are you finished with your questions, Opal?
Yeah, I'm done with my questions. I'm just trying to figure out if I've got something that could help all of us.
Okay. I'm gonna reach into Bob again. Okay. I'll pull out 2 potions. Who has the most exhaustion at the moment?
It's a whole bunch of us.
No,
Everybody but 2 of us.
I know, but I can only have 1. And this will clear all of it.
I've got 3. Soren has 3, and I think Arden has 3. So one or 2 fist, 1 distance.
Okay. I'll toss a potion of vitality to Arden and say the 3 of you can choose who can take it. It'll clear all of your exhaustion for you. You should feel fully refreshed.
Okay.
And with that, I take 1 myself.
You have 3 as well?
Yes.
I forgot
What was
about
that
that.
called?
Huh?
What was that called?
Potion of Vitality. But Arden has it. It's up to you guys who takes it.
I say Zoran or I'll keep mine.
Okay.
Yes, you're good. Do you? How do you get those? Do you have to make it or get it from somewhere?
We picked him up. Found him somewhere.
Okay. I was just checking to see if I had one in my inventory.
No, it was before you.
Yeah, we've had him for a while. Nowhere and Claudette, how many do you have? How many points of exhaustion do you have?
I only have one.
Nowhere?
I think I have 2.
Yeah, nowhere should have 2 at the moment.
Okay, I will reach out to Claudette. Well, I'll take a bead off my necklace, reach out to Claudette, and cast Greater Restoration on her.
It works.
Claudette, you are no longer exhausted. Yay.
Thank you.
Okay, so that helps 3 of us. The rest of us are just gonna have to deal with it, unfortunately.
Since we already came outside to talk to the walrus, let's go to the next room.
Okay.
There's a spell if anyone cares.
Which one of you took the potion? Arden or Soren?
I did. I haven't got to it yet. Been looking at something to see if I had. So that clears out all my exhaustion.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
Does anybody else have a potion of vitality?
that's what I was looking for. No, I do not. Not anymore. I took it.
No, because we could only have 5 potions on us, and all mine were the.
No.
Pretty sure I took them all. Or rather, not so much took, but was the only one that was hanging on to them.
I remember giving them. I just don't remember where it was.
Wasn't it from? Didn't you get them
there
from the
we
Dark
go.
Duchess?
No, there isn't that one. There it is. Spire and Nethril. In the bedchamber, there were 3 potions of vitality.
3?
Yep. Which means somebody else probably grabbed one. Possibly. I don't know. Or no, I think somebody took one with the Frost Giant over with the whatchamacallit, the Goliath clans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we used one on the Birdman.
Okay, so I guess we are continuing on to other tunnels.
I'm at the door of one when you guys catch up. That bead did so good, I have double speed now. Just kidding.
Had, anyways.
Okay, which one are we going through? Oh, I see where everybody's going.
Is that one right here?
What's that?
Could be a door.
There's a door there.
There's a door over here.
I'm lost.
Yeah. You're headed in the right direction. We all done playing with the map?
Carved into the lintel above this door is the word isolation in common.
That sounds like fun.
I tell everybody there's a high chance that we'll be isolated from each other, and just sit and relax and do your own thing for however long it takes.
Hopefully we're not each fighting our own battles. So I guess let's go in.
Get the big Oompa Loompa to open the door. I'll help him.
I pushed the door.
As you touch the door, your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing at the edge of a camp under a clear sky. All the warriors in camp appear to be sharpening their weapons. As you look around at each other, just like the last couple times, not knowing where you are, you notice that each of you has a tiny, glowing snowflake above your head, the sign of Oral. And White, I'm switching maps again.
I didn't picture isolation being like this with you guys nearby.
Are you done? Are you done?
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I look at this. Do I see this tiger that I think I see?
Not quite. Not yet. Currently on the outskirts of the camp. As you enter the camp, a warrior plants her spear in the ground and looks you over proudly. She then says, "Come," as she starts walking towards the center of the camp. At the center of the camp is a built woman packing items on her saber-toothed tiger. The large woman turns towards you and says,
Auril has blessed us. The Frostmaiden has sent her emissaries to watch our camp while we complete our mission.
I can't hear that, just very faintly.
try turning your volume up for Sirenscape. I will play it again.
Auril has blessed us. The Frostmaiden has sent her emissaries to watch our camp while we complete our mission.
Yes, we're here to bless your camp. What can we do to help?
We are going to attack the Elk tribe and take all their food to sustain us. With your presence here, sent by the Frostmaiden, there is no doubt about this endeavor being successful. You stay here and guard the camp until we return. We will be gone for a day or two.
So she wants us to stay here and guard the camp until they return.
Yep.
And says they'll be gone for a day or two. I'm not so sure I believe it's a day or two, but...
Hey. Everybody prepared for war? Hey, maybe we get rid of our exhaustion. Day or two.
What are you talking about? I'm not exhausted.
We'll be happy to watch your camp while you go. Just out of curiosity, is the Craig cat necessary to stay? Or is it going with you?
You will say that she takes Grava wherever she goes.
Awesome sauce. Great. So we just go and mind the tents and make sure everything's safe, right?
You do.
Awesome, we'll do that.
Do you want to do this now, or do you want to do this, wait for this for next week? Never mind, it's not 6 o'clock yet. I swear that I said it was after 6.
It's only 5 minutes.
He says, "It is the way of the tiger. Once we return, you will celebrate in our glory, and we will hold a feast." But with that, yes, let's go ahead and call it for today, and we will pick it up next week.
All right, guys. Thank you.
I hope everybody has a great night and enjoy your weekend. Happy Easter.
Happy
Yes.
Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter. I didn't realize it was Easter until like 11:30.
You're not the only one. All right, everybody. Hope you all have a great night. Bye.
You too.
Good night, all.
Yeah, I love you. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.